viewers, Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaskaram. You are watching Aha Namma channel. It's full and full education and entertainment. Watch the video carefully and learn it everything.
Hi my dears, good morning to all. So last class we have to see geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial in linear polynomial. By using this graph, the graph should be cut at x-axis in 1 point means we say it as the number of zeros is 1 as the graph intersect x-axis at 1 point. In the same way, in a quadratic equation I have to show 3 cases. Case number 1, case 2, case 3. Here you have to see it touches open downward curve and open upward curve, so it should be parabolic curve. It should be touches 2 points, so x coordinates a and a dash are the zeros of polynomial. So here you see only 1 point it touches, only 1 0. Here totally above to the x-axis and below to the x-axis there is no 0. So on the basis of this condition, today I have to explain the example sums. Example 1. Look at the graph. Each is the graph of y equal to p of x, where p of x is polynomial. For each of the graph, find the number of zeros of p of x. Already I told how we have to find out that graph should be intersect at x-axis. Now we have to observe the first graph. You see, in this graph, it touches only 1 point. It touches only 1 point. So we say it as number of zeros is 1. Because the graph intersect at x-axis at 1 point. So directly we write the solution. The number of zeros is 1 as the graph intersect the x-axis at 1 point. So we say it as number of zeros is 1. Now we observe the second graph. In this graph you see the graph it intersect at 1 2 points. Now you say how many zeros are there? So in a solution directly you write the number of zeros is 2. The same sentence as the graph intersect the x-axis. You see, the graph intersect the x-axis at 2 points. Now we move to the third question. Here you have to observe the graph is going like this. You see, it touches 1 and then 2 and then 3. So the graph intersect the x-axis at 3 point. The number of zeros is 3. The number of zeros is 3 as the graph intersect the x-axis at 3 points. So you see the sentence are same. You have to change the number of zeros only by observing the intersecting point of the graph in x-axis. Here you have to see the previously we all are seeing that quadratic equation, and here it should be linear equation. It's a straight line. It intersect at 2 point, but in this 2 point this is in y-axis, this is in x-axis. So we consider always the number of zeros in x-axis only. So here you see this is the point. Now you see how many zeros are there? The same. Number of zeros is 1 as the graph intersect x-axis at one point. Now fourth question, here you have to see it touches only one point. It should be a parabolic curve. It touches only one point. Clearly the result is the number of zeros is 1 as the graph intersect at one point, x-axis at one point. Number of zeros is 1. So as the graph intersect the x-axis at one point. So here you observe the graph. It should be intersect 1, 2, 3, 4. So directly we write the number of zeros is 4 as the graph intersect the x-axis at 4 point. So you see the graph, example sums, it shows the graph to find out the zeros of the polynomial by using graphical representation. So now we move on to the first exercise of the chapter, polynomial. Only one question in this exercise, only one denominator. So here you have to see the first graph. The straight line is there. It should be totally above to the x-axis. Above to the x-axis, already I told in the third case of quadratic polynomial. In that case, that open upward curve and open downward curve should be completely above the x-axis, completely below the x-axis. In the same way, here this linear equation, this straight line also completely above the x-axis. So here there is no zeros. There is no zeros. Why? It doesn't, the graph doesn't intersect any point at x-axis. So now we see the second question. In the second question you have to see it intersect at one point. Clearly you know that the number of zeros, the same sentence, number of zeros is 1 as the graph intersect the x-axis. How many points? Only 1 point. At 1 point. Now we move on to the fifth question. I do the first question, second question, and I have to go with the fifth question. So reminder, third question, fourth question, sixth question. Third one, fourth one, sixth one, it should be a homework sum. Third, fourth, sixth are homework. So now you observe the graph here. So it intersect 1, 2, 3 and 4. So how many zeros are there? Totally 4 zeros. Directly write the number of zeros is 4. How? As the graph intersect, where it intersect? In x-axis. The x-axis at how many points? 4 points. So next we move on to the relationship between zeros of and coefficient of the polynomial. Class we see relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. So in general, alpha and beta are the roots of quadratic polynomial p of x, ax square plus bx plus c. So because of that, x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of p of x, which implies ax square bx plus c equal to x minus alpha into x minus beta. Now generally we multiple x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta. So x square I will take minus common, and then x is also common, alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. So ax square plus bx plus c, which is equal to x square minus of alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Now we compare the coefficient. Comparison of coefficients of x square, x and constant. So here a and then here 1. So a which is equal to 1. Then b, coefficient of equal to b, here minus of alpha plus beta multiple with 1. So alpha plus beta can be written in the form minus b by 1. Already the 1 equal to a. Alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus b by a. And then constant c, which is equal to alpha beta. Then alpha beta, which is equal to c by 1. Alpha beta equal to c by a. Next we find out the sum of zeros. So sum of zeros is nothing but alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta we written minus b by a. Minus b by. So b is coefficient of x. Coefficient of x. So already minus is there. Minus of coefficient of x divided by, and then a. This is the coefficient of x square. The same way product of zeros. Product of zeros equal to alpha beta, which is equal to c by a. C is nothing but constant. And then already we know that a is coefficient of x square. So this is the relationship between zeros and the coefficients of polynomial. Next we have to see the elaborate examples and exercise sums. Okay, now we see example 2. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomials x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Now we see the solution. X square plus 7x plus 10. Before we see the zeros, now we have to split this middle term. So 10 can be split into product. So 5 into 2 equal to 10, as well as 5 plus 2 equal to 7. So I have to split this 7 into 5, 2. Like that, x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. Here the common term is x. So x square plus 5. X plus 5. Here the common term is 2. X plus 5. Now we get the factor x plus 5 and then x plus 2. X square plus 7x plus 10, which is equal to. Now it can be written as x plus 5 equal to 0. Then x equal to minus 5. X plus 2 equal to 0. Then x equal to minus 2. So this is alpha and this one is beta. Therefore alpha, which is equal to minus 5, beta, which is equal to minus 2. Now we have to verify the zeros and the coefficients. So now sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, which is equal to alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus 5 plus of minus 2. So minus 5 plus of minus 2, we get minus 5 minus 2, which is equal to minus 1, and the coefficient. So sum of zeros equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Now the coefficient of x is plus 7. So already minus is there. So minus 7 divided by coefficient of x square is 1. So minus 7 divided by 1 minus 7. So sum of 0 is equal. Next we do to product of 0. Product of zeros. So product of zeros is always alpha beta. Alpha beta. So minus 5 into minus 2. Minus into minus plus 5 to 10. The same way. Product of 0 by comparing coefficient. Here comparing constant divided by coefficient of x square. Here the constant term is 10. So 10 divided by 1 which is equal to 10. Now you compare the product of zeros by comparing roots 10 by comparing coefficient 10. Next we move on to the third example. We see example 3. Find the zeros of quadratic polynomial x square minus 3 and verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. So I have two methods to find the factor. X square minus 3 equal to 0. So I will take x square which is equal to 3 and take the square root which is equal to square root of plus or minus square root 3. So it can be written as x equal to plus root 3 comma minus root 3. Therefore the factor x plus root 3 and then x minus root 3 which is equal to x square minus 3. And then another method, x square minus 3 which is equal to this 3 can be written in the form root 3 into root 3 which is equal to 3. So root 3 whole square equal to 3. So I write it in the form x square minus root 3 the whole square. So this one is equal to the identities a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. So I just spread this one x plus root 3 and then x minus root 3. So x plus root 3 and x minus root 3 are the factors for x square minus 3. So now already we conclude plus root 3 and then minus root 3 are alpha and beta. So therefore alpha equal to plus root 3, then beta which is equal to minus root 3. Now sum of zeros. Sum of zeros alpha plus beta. So plus root 3 plus of minus root 3. So plus root 3 minus root 3 which is equal to 0. The same way by comparing coefficient. Sum of zeros. The first minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Now we have to see this expression, there is no x terms. So coefficient, there is no x terms means 0 is the coefficient. Then x square coefficient is 1. 0 divided by anything 0. By compare sum of 0 by using root 0. By comparing coefficient 0. Next we move on to product of 0. Product of zeros alpha into beta. So plus root 3 into minus root 3. Plus into minus, minus root 3 into root 3 minus 3. The same by comparing coefficient. Product of zeros which is equal to coefficient of constant term. Constant divided by coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. Instead of this we have to use minus b divided by a which is equal to c divided by a. So a is nothing but coefficient of x square and then b is nothing but coefficient of x and then c is a constant term. Whether you have to use directly minus b by a or directly you write coefficient of x and coefficient of x square. So here constant term minus 3 divided by coefficient of x square 1 which is equal to minus 3. Now you compare product of zeros minus 3 minus 3. Next we have to see example number 4. Okay, example 4. Find a quadratic polynomial sum and product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2. So in the previous example we have to find out the sum of zeros and product of zeros and comparison of coefficients. Now we have to given sum of zeros and product of zeros. We have to find the quadratic polynomial equations. So sum of zeros given alpha plus beta. So given alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus 3 divided by 1, which is equal to minus b divided by a. So in this case, minus b, which is equal to minus 3, then b equal to 3 and a equal to 1. The next product of zeros, alpha beta. Alpha beta is nothing but 2 divided by 1, which is equal to c divided by a. Already we know that a equal to 1. So in this case, c equal to 2. So a equal to 1, b equal to 3 and then c equal to 2. So what is the quadratic polynomial basic form? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to x square plus 3x plus 2. So this is the quadratic equations for given sum and product of zeros. Hi my dears, I hope you all are understand about how to find out the zeros of polynomial in graphical representation to intersect that graph in x-axis. And the next relationship between zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. In the next class, I briefly explain the exercise sums regarding relationship between zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. All the best for your examination. You prepare well. Bye.
Thank you for watching ஆஹா நம்ம சேனல். இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்ததுன்னா கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. மறக்காம இந்த சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பக்கத்துல இருக்கக்கூடிய பெல் பட்டனை